In this video, we'll take a look at how to use the Tag Maker feature within the ACS AEM Tools project to define tags in Excel or CSV and then import them into AEM. The first thing we'll need to do is download the latest version of ACS AEM Tools. To do this, I'll head over to the website and download the latest release. Once I've downloaded the latest release, I'll go to my package manager on my AEM instance and upload the package. Once the package is installed, we can navigate to the Tag Maker UI. We can simply go to Tools, ACS AEM Tools, and locate the Tag Maker card. This is the web UI that we'll be uploading our CSV file to that defines our tags. So now let's jump over to Excel to define that file. As you can see here, I've already prepared a file that will import a tagging structure that defines countries by continent. The first column in the Excel file or CSV file will always define the namespace that will be created. The subsequent columns define the tag hierarchy that will be created by the import. There is no real technical limitation on the breadth and depth of the tagging tree, but you need to make sure that it properly represents and categorizes your content. So let's take this very basic example and see what we can do with it. The first thing I'll do is I will export as CSV, jump back to Tag Maker, and choose the exported CSV file. ACS AEM Tools provides 4 different converters. The default converter uses the cell value as the tag's title. It then takes that same value, ensures that it's valid using JCR getValidName, and lowercases it for the tag node name. For this run, we'll leave the fallback converter to none, but we'll see how it's used in a moment. These last 4 fields are generally left alone and define how the CSV can be parsed. So let's click Make Tags. The CSV file is uploaded and imported, and you'll see that we have a number of tags created. This will simply show the tag IDs and not the tag titles. So let's jump over to the AEM tagging console in AEM and see what was created. As you can see here, we have a country namespace, we have our continents, and then we have our tags. As you can see, the path to the tags have been created from the cell content. North America, which was provided as capital N North space capital A America, has been run through the JCR getValidName, which replaces the space with an underscore, and lowercases. So let's run this using a different converter. I'll simply delete our content tree. And we can select lowercase with dashes. What this will do is it will take the title from the cell, just as before, and use it as the JCR title, but the node names will be all lowercase with dashes. So let's upload using this converter and see what happens. As you can see, now we have the same names, but instead of the underscore provided by the JCR getValidName util, we have dashes instead. The 2 converters that we've looked at have tightly coupled the title of the tag to the node name. Essentially, the node name is simply a derivation of the title. This third option, title with node name, will allow us to decouple the title from the node name itself. To do this, we'll actually have to update our Excel data. So let me move back to Excel. And in this case, what we'll be doing is we'll be defining the tag title. Then, with double curly braces, we can define the node name for that tag. In this case, I'll pick USA. So when this tag is created, the JCR title for it will be United States of America, but the node name will be USA. Similarly, we can do this for all of the other tags. I'll simply create NA, and it is easy as filling down in Excel to make this change. You'll notice we can mix and match the converters that we'll use, and this is why we have the primary and the fallback. So as long as there's our curly brace node name, our curly brace node name converter will pick it up, and if there is not, then it will go to the fallback converter. So I'll have to save this again. Let's delete the tags so we have a clean slate. Now we'll want to make sure that we have our primary converter as the title node name, and we can pick a fallback converter. In this case, I'll pick the lowercase with dashes. Select our file, leave the advanced options as is, and click Make Tags. As you can see now, we have a node name of NA for North America, and a node name of USA for the United States of America. Now if we jump back into the tagging console, we should see that our titles have been persisted. Country, and as you can see here, we do have North America as the JCR title, which is what we wanted. And if we find the United States of America, we have the full written out name. The last converter I want to show you is the localized tag title converter. As I'm sure you remember, tags can have localized titles. So for instance, North America can have any number of localized languages, and this is great for multilingual websites. So I'll show you how we can easily define this in an Excel file and import it into AEM. For this example, I'm simply defining a namespace, a continent, and a single country, the United States of America. As you can see here, we're defining the localized title for the tag within brackets prefixed by the locale. So for EN, the title should be country. For French, it should be pays, and so on and so forth. We even have a simplified Chinese with the Chinese characters. Lastly, we followed up with the same double bracket notation that defines the node name. Remember that while a tag can have localized titles, there can only be one node name. We do the same for our North America tag and the same for United States tag. Now we can upload this using TagMaker, and we should be able to build this tree out with our localized tag titles. An important piece to remember when dealing with the localized titles is you must ensure that the CSV file is created with the proper encoding type. Excel for Windows can export CSV as UTF-8. Unfortunately, OS X does not. So to do this, I'm going to quickly use Google Docs to export my Excel file as a UTF-8 CSV file. Now that I've downloaded our localized Excel sheet as a UTF-8 CSV, we can upload this into AEM. We'll want to ensure that our primary converter is our localized converter, and we can pick any fallback converter we want based on the data within our CSV. In this case, everything will be caught by our primary converter, so it doesn't matter. I'll select the localized CSV file, which is in UTF-8. If you're using a different character set, you can update that here. And let's ensure that we have a clean slate again for our import. Let's import the tags, and now we should have 3 tags. So let's check these out and verify we have our localized titles. So as you can see, we have country, North America, United States. The first locale that we've specified, which is EN, is going to be the JCR title without any locale, so this is the default title. If we wanted French to be the default title, we could have simply moved the FR title to the front of this list. Let's go ahead and edit one of these to make sure that we have our imported titles. As you can see, we have our English, our Spanish, our French, and our Chinese. Now that you've watched this video and learned about TagMaker, you can try it out. First, install TagMaker on your local AEM instance and define a CSV or Excel file that models a tag taxonomy and import it into AEM. At the bottom of the slide, there are 3 links. The first is to the ACS AEM Tools website, where you can download the ACS AEM Tools package that includes TagMaker. The second is directly to the TagMaker documentation page, which has more information about the tag converters and how to use TagMaker. And thirdly, if you run into any questions or bugs, regarding TagMaker, please submit them to the open source project's GitHub page.